And welcome to Code Club Code and Connect session. I'm Kate. I am the Community and Engagement Manager for Code Club Australia. Today I thought I would share with you a new function in Scratch that's currently on trial. It's a face sensing set of blocks where you can create some really dynamic and interesting coding projects using this new set of face sensing blocks. So I'm going to jump in and show you what is possible, just a few ideas. I'm sure that you and your coders would take it far beyond what I show you here. But it's a fantastic new tool that can be used in lots of different ways. The face sensing blocks are currently on trial by Scratch to see if they are something that will become a permanent addition to the Scratch platform. You have to go in via a different website where they have their new extensions that they are trialing. So there's a few different options in there at the moment, and today I'm going to share with you the face sensing ones. So if you're going to code along with me today, we're going to head to the website for Scratch, but we're going to put lab dot at the beginning of the website URL. So head on over to lab.scratch.mit.edu. And in the Scratch lab, here are their experimental blocks that they currently have available for people to work with. So we have the face sensing, which we are going to explore today. We've got animated text. They've also got their new range of color blocks to make the blocks a bit easier to read. But we're going to click into face sensing. The face sensing ones, when you jump onto this site, if you scroll down before you jump into the Scratch platform, you'll see some ways that people have used them in the past, and they've also got a few starter projects that you can explore. Face filters are fairly popular these days when we're taking photos. The amount of photos I can find of friends with little cat faces on them, or rosy cheek buds, or fancy hats on their head. These sets of blocks will allow our kids to be the creators of these kind of tools. So some face sensing. Let's see what we can do to create a filter that will attach to ourselves, just like we would see in some of our social apps. So down here, I've created my own little sprite, a bit of a Santa hat, and we're going to see if we can get that to go to our face. So I'm going to add in a forever block to ensure it's going to repeat that function all the time. I'm going to come down to my face sensing tools, and I'm going to set it to go to the top of my head. So now I click the green flag, it's going to attach to the top of my head. Now, a little bit of dilemma if I'm doing something with movement, it kind of just stays the direction it is. So I'm going to add in the point in direction face tilt block. And now if I'm to tilt my head, it's going to have some movement that goes with me. The face sensing blocks are also great for things such as measuring loudness and giving an idea of how loud a sound is being. So the next fun little project I'm going to do is I'm going to get our sprite to respond to the loudness of a voice. So I've chosen the snowflake as my sprite. I'm going to hide that away. So I've got a bit of code here already that sets up my parameters for loudness and what it's looking for, and creating a clone of itself. So when it starts as a clone, I want my snowflake to find my mouth. And I'm going to set the size of the snowflake so that when it detects loudness, let me add in an operator here. When it detects that loudness, it's going to multiply in size by, let's go 1.5. So it's going to respond to the loudness and change. And once it's done that, we need it to actually show on screen, so we're going to see it. Once it comes up, I want it to, let's repeat We're going to get it to move 10 steps. I'm going to move those steps. Let's find another operator. Let's go more than. So it's going to move 10 steps until the X position is greater than 235. And once we have done that, we are going to delete that clone. So now, if I am talking, my snowflake is going to respond. The face sensing blocks can also be used to interact within a game. So we are now moving into a space where we can cater for people of all different abilities to be able to engage in the content that we create. So let's take a look. Now think about some games that your kids could come up with, where the idea of the game is to catch things using a body part. And once again, I've selected mouth. So here we have some bells flying across the screen, and I can catch them with my mouth. So this project is one of the starter projects available on the Scratch Lab page. What they have done is create some sprites, which each have a different speech attached to them. So in this one, what it's asking you to do is when your mouth is touching on one of these 6 choices, it's going to respond with what's recorded. So I would be able to answer questions that people ask me by touching the answer with my mouth. Even play music. Imagine what kids would create.